Hello, welcome to Empower Her Daily, your 2-minute daily boost for women over 30 to feel strong, confident, and proud. I'm Sophie, and today I want to share my initial thoughts on nutrition, especially if you feel overwhelmed, confused, or like you're just doing it all wrong. Nutrition is a minefield, and if you go on Instagram or Facebook, there is endless information out there. It's a noisy industry, and it always has been. 1 minute you're meant to cut out carbs, the next minute you're meant to eat all the protein. What's it now? Don't eat after 7, something like that. And everyone is trying to sell you their miracle plan. It's a lot. When you're already juggling work, family, any kind of a social life, your responsibilities, and just trying to stay fit and healthy, that kind of noise can make you freeze and end up not doing anything at all. Here's what I want you to know first off. 1, I am not a nutrition guru. I too feel overwhelmed by the amount of noise surrounding nutrition there is out there. But you do not need the perfect nutrition plan or all these fads to start feeling better in your body. The best way to live healthier is to make simple choices and little changes. I wouldn't recommend anyone following a strict diet unless they have a weight category to achieve in boxing or so forth, because it's not doable for most people. And without going too technical, it's not good for your relationship with food. And it's not good for what most people often experience in this day and age, which is a poorer relationship with food, because there's so much information out there, but also there's so much temptation and packaged food, processed food, everything. So instead, think of nutrition as a process of making everything simpler. I had my struggle with nutrition through university. I was trying to maintain a weight for rowing. I ended up in a very unhealthy relationship with food. And it taught me that with restriction comes overindulgence. And with overindulgence comes guilt. And with guilt comes over-restriction. Are you seeing where this is going? It's a vicious cycle. And it was really hard. But over time, all that I have done for the last 10 years, let's not admit that it was 10 years ago I was at university, but over the last 10 years is try and be consistent. And that's what I'm going to continue to offer to my clients and to anyone who asks or wants my advice, is to find something you can keep consistent. Now, that doesn't mean not enjoying your food, and Christmas is my favorite time of year for food. So I definitely enjoy the Christmas treats, but it's about being consistent and eating in moderation. That annoying saying, as we grew up, everything in moderation, isn't wrong. So I'm definitely going to be delving into nutrition more in future episodes. But for today, what I want you to take away is thinking deeper into your relationship with food. I want you to think about your food habits. Which ones serve you and which ones are a response to something else? Are we thinking about our nutrition, or do we make sudden choices based on what we've previously done? Which habits are serving you and which ones are hindering your health? We should be aiming for consistent habitual changes over time and not perfection. One other thing just to note before I get on to today's action is how one thing that might work for you might not work for somebody else. So any of the advice or tips I give you or anyone else, you can take and experiment. And if it works, great. And if it doesn't, try something else. Because we are each wired differently, and things that work for one person might not work for the other. So your action for today is to notice small things. At your next meal, maybe ask yourself at the beginning of the meal, how do I feel? Am I hungry? Or how do I feel after I finish? And 20 minutes after I finish. Those questions get your mind related to what you're eating, so you can understand your body's response to food. This kind of awareness is the foundation we can build on to better your nutrition, not just for the next couple of months where you want to lose 5 pounds, but for sustainable, long-term longevity for the rest of your life, really. So if you're in the 14-day challenge, this is the first step in your step-by-step plan to understanding your nutrition. There is no pressure for perfection. It's about making simple steps at your pace for your health. So thank you for listening to Empower Her Daily. Just remember, this is your journey, your pace, your strength. See you next time.